Hi everyone, welcome back to Dobby Books. So, guess what? I got tagged. I got tagged by Jess Bookgirl TV for the library tag, which I meant to record earlier today, but today is Sunday, July 21st, and it's been one of those days. So here I am waiting until everybody's gone to bed, and now it's quiet and I can do this. So let's get started. What a perfect tag for me. So here's the first question. If you do go to the library, which I do, how often do you go to the library? Pretty much once a week. Pretty much once a week. Number two, do you belong to more than one library system? Yes, I do. Here, I don't know what it's like in other states. I'm going to assume that there's counties, and within those counties, you can borrow books from either one of the libraries within those counties. In California, it's like that as well. So we have in Southern California here, where in the area where I'm at, there's Ventura County, which is to the north, and then there's LA County, which is to the south. There's other counties, but they're far from me. So I belong to both of those library systems. And what percent of books, that's number three, what percent of books you read come from the library? A really, really small percent, unfortunately, but that's what it is. But I have to tell you, because I was able to invest more money in books over the last, I'd say 4 years, that's when my library attendance dropped, for the sake of just going to a library or borrowing books from a library. That's when it dropped, was around 4 years ago. But right now, very slowly, I've started making visits, not quite weekly, but more often during the month than I used to look at the library books, at least to look at the library books, to see what they have, which I find fascinating. Number four, do you listen to audiobooks or get ebooks from the library, or are you hooked on Audible or Amazon or something else? I have an Audible subscription I've had for many years now, and I still pay monthly into that membership. It allows me to get 2 credits per month, and I think it saves me a lot of money, because then I just get whatever books I want for a credit, and I don't pay 25 for this one and 17 for that one, and then it adds up. And especially when I was, especially during the semester, when I'm on my way to school and on my way back home, or when I was, working, it was great to listen to a book there and back. But as far as purchasing books, I used to be a big Amazon girl, not anymore. I've now started shopping through bookshop.org, which supports local bookstores, and I feel better about doing that. I do some ebooks, not a whole lot. So if I had to compare the two between audiobooks or ebooks, it would be the audiobooks. I do a lot more of those than I do ebooks. That's slowly changing though. Number 5. Did you go to storytime at the library as a kid? No. I don't think I even knew that existed. Maybe they didn't do it when I was a little girl, which was a long time ago. But I didn't know those things existed for many years. Number 6, have you ever borrowed a movie or a video game from your library? Eons ago. And I never borrowed a video game, but I did borrow maybe a couple of movies. I'm not even remembering the movies. It wasn't that many, really, like less than 5 in all those years. I really wasn't into borrowing movies or stuff like that. Audiobooks, remember when they used to come in tape or CD form before you could just, download them onto your phone? Those I would borrow. Well, let's see, number 7. Have you ever gotten fined for returning books late? Yes. If so, how do you feel about that? Whoops. When I was much younger, I would be more forgetful and for some reason just procrastinate like crazy and take more and more time to return a book. It was just stupid. I used to be more tardy about returning books when I was younger. Now that I'm older, I'm much better at it. Maybe it's because I think because I'm more organized now. I can add a date onto my phone, return library book, and have the reminder pop up. Or I keep a bullet journal, so I write down when a library book is due. But the easiest thing that's for me to do is, when you get, when you're in the self-checkout, which I use most of the time, in the self-checkout, you get a little receipt that prints out and that has the due date on it. I use that as a bookmark, so that always reminds me of when my book is due. And I know a lot of the apps with the library send you these little reminders. Your book is due in 7 days, whatever, do you want to renew, etc. So that helps a lot for people like me who get dingy. Number 8. Do you attend special events, groups, or book sales at the library? I've yet to attend a special event, but I'm aware of them. I don't belong to a book group, but I plan to do that after I graduate. I just don't have time for it when I'm busy, studying and getting essays out of the way and trying to take care of things at home. There's just no time for me for that type of pleasurable activity. But after I graduate, which should be December of this year, I will finally be free to do that sort of thing. Book sales at the library, yes. Every week, every Saturday, I go to my library. Number 9, have you ever given or taken a book from a little free library, a book box, or a book swap? Yes, every chance I get. Before I moved here, I lived about 15 minutes away. And whenever my husband and I would take the dogs out for a walk, we always passed one of those little book thingies, and I would always stop. And my husband, after a while, he just finally decided, okay, I'll just slow down around here and see if she stops. We stop, and I look inside for something interesting. And then a few times, I would go for a walk with a book or more in my hand because I wanted to put those in the little library as well. A book box. I know, and I'm trying to think where it happened. There was a place I went to, like, when I'm out and about, maybe running errands or what have you, in front of like a store, a small business. It wasn't a house. There was a box of books that they were just giving away. And there was no way I was going to pass that up. I had to stop and look and see if there was anything in there that I wanted to take with me. Book swaps. No, like a book swap with a person, no, because I just don't know anybody really who lives anywhere near me who would swap a book with me. The closest person that would do that lives about 3 hours away. Oh, it'd be great to have a book swap, a book buddy, someone I could talk to and discuss a book with. Oh, what a luxury that would be. I don't have that. So no, I have not had that opportunity for a book swap. That would save a lot of money on books, I'm sure. And the bonus question, number 10. Does your librarian know you by name? I wish he or she did. That would be, to me, just the neatest thing. My librarian knows my name, and to have that librarian be familiar with genres or topics that I'm interested in, and that they would make note of that, so when they see me next time and say, hey Denise, I think I found something that might be very interesting. That would be so wonderful. But no, but I can work on that. I can change that, I'm sure. That would be so cool though. Okay, number 11, I want to tag some friends. So the first person I want to tag is Jim at Great Books, Big Ideas. And the second person I'm going to tag is Hannah from Hannah's Books. All right, everybody. Thank you for listening through this nice short little video, and do take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.